All right, hello everyone, and peace of Christ to all of you. I hope my voice is coming good and clear. Uh, I hope you enjoy the music. Our topic today is about how to be happy, and maybe it is, I mean, as they say, talk is cheap. I mean, how to be happy. I mean, is that possible that somebody will tell me how to be happy? In fact, it's impossible that anyone can tell you how you can be happy. But what I can share with you today is how to find what is making you not happy. And then we can find a solution for those things. For me myself, I go through a lot of things which is supposedly should not make me happy. I mean, death threat, a lot of people hate me. I cannot trust people easy. I cannot even meet people who they love to see me because of what I do, and I'm sure you know what I do. So, how you overcome issues they appear in your life and sometimes can be very serious, and even it can be involving your life. Uh, how you can be happy when you should be worried. You know, somebody was saying in the text, Christian Prince will sing for you, don't worry, be happy. No, I'm not going to sing that for you. Um, Actually, that song is funny, and sometimes funny stuff is exists for a reason. Our life is full of funny stuff, and many of us they do not know really why they are not happy. And if you look at your life, you will find that there is many or most of the things which is making you unhappy. It is something you can solve really easy. If you go and search in Google, you will find a lot of articles speaking about things supposedly can help you to be happy. Um, so I did a search, and the first thing come to me in the top here. It says daily action, choose happiness. The most important things to realize about happiness that it's not an outcome of a current, like circumstances going through. Choose to be happy. Interesting. Yeah. But isn't it obvious that all of us, we wish to be happy and we choose to be happy? I mean, I don't think there is somebody who choose not to be happy, right? In fact, sometimes we choose to be happy, but we do it wrong and we end sad, which means we made a wrong choice. And that goes through many things in our life. Like, somebody, he chose to marry somebody because supposedly he thought will be the happy moment or happy life. And then the choose or the choice he made or she made and to be not really a good choice. So, choosing to be happy not necessarily is going to make me happy. The answer should be making the right choice about what make me happy. And I find it always that happiness which is dependent in someone else is temporarily happiness. What does that mean? You see, we as a human, we are individuals, which mean there's people who they are listening to me today, maybe they will not be exist tomorrow. And maybe now as we speak, there is somebody is giving birth, right? So life is not about, we don't live together and die together. We don't stay healthy, all of us together. We don't have accident, all of us together. So, life come with many issues. And if you make your life depend in somebody else to be happy, that will be very risky. Because first, that person himself, he might change. Or you might lose that person by death, by illness, by. There's many reasons for things to happen. So if you depend always on someone else to make you happy, you are gambling. If we look in the second option here, it says focus on good. Focus on good. I mean, talk is cheap. Well, we focus on good always. I mean, every one of us, he wants good things for himself, right? But the question is, what is good for us? And here we go back to zero, because we made the choose. We choose happiness. They told us to choose happiness. But how we can choose happiness and what is happiness? How we can find that choice? So focusing on good, what is that? It's there's a big question mark in that focusing. Focus on good. The question should be first, how I can find what is good for me, you know? And then I can focus on it. Otherwise, I will be focusing in something appear to be good, but it might end to be drama. So here, how we know what is good and what is bad for us? You know, there is always a scale which we are given as a gift from God. Every one of you have it, but usually we don't really use it. You know, we most of the time we are driven by somebody else. We are driven by the media. We are driven by friends, by the culture, by family. So, like as an example, you have a wedding party, and wedding party, well, we know what it is. You know, it's like every country have their own tradition, and those traditions are the one who will control what is going to happen in that party. And that means that my happiness is limited. It might be even not exist because I am under conditions and I am going to fit myself inside an envelope. It's called culture. The party, maybe it's for you. Maybe it's your wedding day. But there's many things you don't like to do, but you have to do it because this is your culture. There's many things you don't like even to see, but you are going to do it anyway because it is, you know, this is how they do it. So anyway, like you find yourself, it is your wedding day, supposedly. Maybe it's going to be the best day in your life, and yet you are not happy in your wedding day. Why? Because you don't feel free. You're not free. And that can goes for anything, not necessarily just wedding. I mean, anything. Anything let us say, you know, any kind of joy. Always you find yourself limited. So we can say that we are unhappy somehow because we are very limited, which means there's things we wish, but it is just a wish. And with the wish, this is the end of the happiness. So we wish things to be like this, we wish things to be like that, but it's a wish, and the wish is nothing, usually nothing truthful. Until now, we have nothing positive. I mean, what this guy is telling us, choose happiness. We find that it's hard to choose happiness because what we choose sometimes it can be the most horrible decision. Focus and good. He just told us that, you know, how you can know, you should know first what is good. And then here, stop comparing, which I find it very good, actually. Very good advice. Stop comparing, because, you know, one of the reasons for us to be sad that we are comparing ourselves for somebody more successful. But the fact, I don't think it's a good idea to stop comparing. I think you should always compare. And I will explain to you. You know, you remember yesterday I told you a story about a girl, she was complaining that she is very short. And then a lady walked by, she was really tall, but she have a short leg, which means she don't walk really in a good way. So comparing, it can be positive, it can be negative. It depends how you compare and how you look things, you know, how you look at things you have. Because if I stop comparing myself with anything exists, you know, that's mean I decide not to check my quality. You know what I mean? It's like somebody, he have an engine and he will drive anyway. I mean, the engine is there. I'm not going to compare it, my engine with your engine. And, you know, if I don't do that, maybe my engine will stop. So I have actually to compare. It's better to compare, but to compare in a positive spirit where I can, let us say, enhance what I have. Let us say it is a positive way to enhance and to think in a positive so we can do better. So comparing is not really what they are saying. Stop comparing. No, I advise you to compare, but don't compare yourself in a stupid way. You know, I mean, Like, many ladies, as an example, they feel bad because they cannot buy what someone they knew he is buying, or she is buying, or she is wearing. That is a very negative, silly compare. The real compare should be about the quality of you as a person and the quality of people around you, and if you can compete in that quality, how you can enhance your quality, which is going to help you and give you motivation so you can be better tomorrow. I'm not sure if what I'm saying is clear for some. English is not my first language, as you know, and sometimes I wish to make it more easier, but I'm not complaining. I'm just comparing my English skills to some others who have English skills, but it's not necessarily that if somebody have English skills, he will say better than me. You know what I mean? So here you see how you can make something sound negative, something positive. Imagine if I say, okay, well, English is not my first language. And I mean, do you think really people will listen to you? I mean, you have an accent, you make mistake in pronouncing words. Sometimes it's embarrassing. So you know what? You better shut up and don't even talk. No, I did not do that. Instead, I'm a very outspeaking person. And that limitation did not stop me. And that is a great example about how you can overcome negativity in your life. Something negative. Something can be very negative, actually. Imagine I go to a store and I want to tell him, I'm looking for this, but I don't know how to say the word. I mean, how embarrassing, right? It's okay. I mean, what a big deal. I mean, this person too, if he go where I'm coming from, he will not be able to say a word. At least I know many languages. So always you have to think that what is making you limited, it doesn't make you bad. It doesn't make you, let us say, low quality. No, the quality is there, and the limitation exists for everybody, not only you. You know what I mean? So either you say, okay, I give up, I'm not qualified for this, I'm not going to do it, or you continue and you fight and you will make success, and then you will accomplish what you are looking for. Practice gratitude. Well, this is, that's a good advice, actually. Most of the problems we have in our life that we don't appreciate. You see, if you go here, just to show you how things is connected to each other, there's connection. So if you look at the first one we mentioned before, which is choose happiness. Choose happiness, and here number 4, they have a practice of a gratitude, and then stop comparing. The fact is, by comparing, we can practice a good gratitude, which means I don't agree with them at all that this is the number 1, number 2, number 3, how they work. So choose happiness. Everyone wish to choose happiness. So this is not really exist. This is not, I mean, there is nobody in the world who don't want to choose to be happy, unless you are suffering from mental illness. So this is not really, I mean, an advice, choose happiness. So focus on good. Okay, we focus on good, but how we will know what is good? So in order of, to understand what they are trying to say to us, I find that the one who wrote this article, he is suffering from a flight of thoughts, and he is like somebody, he opened his pillows and then the feathers start flying and he started grabbing them and he put them whatever order it is. So those advices are not really practical. They are just speech. I find that the most important thing for us to do is, number one, how to find what is good for us. And that good, because it's good, is going to make me happy. So all those, like develop healthy habits, be present in your relationship, don't pursue blah 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 physical, etc. Look outside. I find them very silly, and they are not really. There is only one thing we need: how to find what is good for us. Imagine you are a person who have, like, there is a shelf, and the shelf have 1,000,000 cards, and then each time you pick a card, it's exactly what you are looking for. That is good. So we have many choices around us, and many of them, they sound like making us happy. Like, Saturday night people, they go to nightclub. And the purpose of going to nightclub supposedly is to be happy, but does it really make you happy? I don't think so. That is a kind of a temporarily silly happiness. Is it drinking make you happy? No, I don't think so. Especially if you get a drunk. It's not really. Tasting food, it's a pleasure, but it's not happiness. So how we can find what is good? See, a human being, he have a problem that he don't learn from people before him. There's millions and millions and millions of people, they went through what we went through, but we don't learn from them. Every one of us, he wanna, let us say, figure out by his own way. But there is always, it's good to learn from the experience of people before you. To learn from mistakes from people before you. Why I need to go in the same highway, whereas there is a hole in the middle of the highway and I fell down in it, so I will learn that there is a hole. So finding what is good for us shouldn't be really hard, because there's a lot of people who have experience, went through many things, and we can learn from their experience to find what is good for us. As an example, is it good to smoke? No. Does it make me happy? No. It make you sick. It make you have cancer. If somebody advised me to take drugs, does it make me happy? If you think you will get happy from drugs, you are mistaken. You will die. Well, what about getting rich? Is being rich will make me happy? Many people work all their life and then they lost everything in a second. Or not only that, you might, you see, actually, most of people who became so rich, their richness is the way to die fast. All famous people, they die either in a overdose drugs, car accident, because they buy the most expensive car, which means they are seeking happiness. Those people, they get so rich and they start spending money left and right, buying airplanes, buying cars, spending money in parties. This is all to be happy, but the fact, it is not really happy. They end dying, and sometime in a very bad way. So to be happy is to be smart. And to be smart is to learn who are you and what is good for you, not good to your neighbor or good to your mom, or what is good for you. Which means, some people, they have, every human being have different nature. There are some people, they get happy if they give somebody something. Let us say they have a nature of helping others. They get really happy by helping. Those people are lucky, by the way, because they are practicing Christianity. Like being Christian is making me happy. So I enjoy helping somebody. That is my happiness. I volunteer to help people. I jump to it. And there is people who, they get happy if people give them. Those are the takers. Those are the takers. So there is the giver and there is the taker. The taker is a person who enjoy that he took from you. He will be sad if he give you. Those are unhappy people because they get happy when they take, but their happiness is temporarily because they want to take more. It doesn't go for long and they feel guilty most of the time because most of the time they are taking it in unlawful way. And there is people who they are not giver, they are not taker. They are, let us say, they are the lonely and they have no idea what to do. They don't know what they are. They don't know what they are looking for. And their loneliness, lead them into things which can be weird. So I don't know what to make me happy, and I don't want to look even for the problem. So okay, I'm going to have 10 cats, 5 dogs, and I will isolate myself from people. I don't visit anyone, nobody visits me. I live in my place as if inside a box, and I look at my door at myself, and this is supposed to make me contained. The fact is not. This is a person trying to solve his problem temporarily by creating temporary conditions, which is cat and dogs and animals, and thinking that those things will make him really live a better life. How to not to be lonely? That's a good question. You see, there's many things you can do in life, which is activities, can make you stay away from being lonely. Lonely is simply a word coming from the word alone, right? Alone. Okay. When you are alone and you mentally cannot handle that, you will break. There are some people, they are very strong. They can stay alone for a long time and they don't care. But those are not many, very rare people. So if you are a person who cannot stay alone, and being alone will break you, let us say mentally, emotionally, then solve the problem. Solve the problem. There is many, you see, let us say, we're not talking about getting married. Let us say you don't want to get married. Let us say, you are not into sport. But there is many activities you can do and you can join, which will make you really not lonely. You see, always motivation is the reason for things to happen. So what is the motivation first for you to be lonely? Because there is a motivation there. Because simply you decide not to be somewhere, doing something, and that end making you lonely. Because you lost the motivation to fight this loneliness. So you find a reason, and then that reason you have to delete it from your life. Why you are lonely. You know what I mean? What is the reason I end being alone? Obviously there's something I am doing making me alone. I mean, we live in a society full of people. How you can be in alone? Right? Just curious, has CP given fighting Islam? My friend, this is a different channel. Here our topic talking about different thing. What does this have to do with this? No, I didn't give up anything. How you get motivated? It's very easy. Very easy. Don't you want to fight loneliness? This is your motivation. If you are complaining about it, that's mean this is the motivation. You have the motivation to fight it. You are complaining about it. How not to be lonely? Well, that's it. You already know the answer. You have to do something against what's happening. What is happening? You are being lonely. So, okay, don't stay alone no more. There is There is many social activities you can do, helping children's, involve volunteer in doing things, the homeless, orphans, charities, writing. I mean, there is many things you can do. So the motivation is there, but maybe you relax with you being lonely. And most of people who they are being lonely, they are scared to get out of their being in the box. You know what I mean? Like they don't want to go out of the box because they are scared. Especially if a person he stayed alone for a long time, like sometimes years. So he's afraid to associate. He's afraid to shake hands. He's afraid to give his phone number. He's afraid to say hello. He's afraid of the neighbor say good morning. So if you don't want to be lonely, then you have the motivation. That's it. Just do the opposite. Just do exactly the opposite from what making you lonely. Know people. Meet with people. There's churches who have a lot of activities. There's organizations, they have a very good motivation, helping people. There's volunteer work. There's people you meet, maybe, I mean, there's many things, and you can make a family by doing that. People who loves you for helping them. Those will be a bigger family, and you will never be alone again. Because those who you help them, they will check on you. They will not forget about you. You know what I mean? So find what is good for you, and that good will change you and will change things around you. Through some time, me, myself, I was afraid from change. As an example, when I was in the Middle East, I mean, flying, going to different country, foreign language, going to school. I mean, a lot of risk and I would lose everything. I would lose my friends. And God knows when I will see my family again. Maybe I will never see the house where I'm born. So you have to make choice. I love going. I love seeing the world, but I'm afraid. So if I stay afraid, I will be there still until now. I'm afraid to do what I like to do. You know what I mean? So sometimes you are like a person who have a cuffs in his hands, and he have the keys, but he don't want to open them. He decide to keep them there because he's afraid if he take them out, then what is next? He don't want to experience the next. So I find that the list in front of us is not really too much truthful. I advise you, before you focus on the good, is to find what is good for you. And here, how to find what is good for me, that's a very important question, but this is nobody can answer it except you, because I don't know what you like. I don't know what is good for you. I can tell you what is good for me. But what is good for you, this is something you have to find. Everyone have his own gift, and everyone he have his own, let us say, God, he have a special signature on you. You are a piece of art, and there's no piece of art like you exists in this universe. And because you are unique, then what is good for you is going to be unique too. So you have to find it by yourself. And to narrow the search, as long as you're not successful yet, that's mean everything you did before, it was not good. You know what I mean? So don't keep doing the same thing. So if going party did not make you happy and did not kill your loneliness, then don't go those parties. Obviously, they are not working for you. Hmm? I mean, if being with the friends who you maybe they are not really the one you want to be with, obviously it's not working. So uh, you have to find what is you and where is that can be, where you can be fit. You are like a, um, those puzzles. There's an image, and there's one place fit for you in that image. So you have to find what is that place. Where are you can be found. Let us say, where is your passionate? What make you happy? What do you like? And that is very hard actually for anyone to give you advice about. You see, most of people who do things, the behavior of a human being, all human beings, they do things to be happy. When you buy things, you know, especially things which is, let us say, luxury, you buy them for happiness. uh, uh, you buy clothing which you don't really need. I mean, it's not. You see, there is a person who he buy clothing to dress himself because you need to so be cold or etc. And there is people who buy clothing because it's a fashion. So people buy, people spend, people do things, and the target is one: to be happy. When somebody saves some money and he can afford to have a new car, well, his car is still working. No, he will buy a new car. Why? Because a new car, he thinks that a new car will it will make him happier. So the target really from buying the car is not the car itself, is you feeling better. Same as a house, same as anything you do in your life, or replacing your phone or etc. Because your phone is working fine. You know. So how you make choices in your life? Like yesterday, I was talking about my funny TV, the TV I have here. This TV, I have it for many years, but this TV have a problem. When it get hot, it have heart attack. Still working. I am using it. So I bought another TV. This one I take it with me when I go somewhere. It's small to carry, but this TV have a heart attack. I mean, it worked for 2 hours, sometime 1 hour, and it stopped. All right. So, are you a person who buy things because you want to be happy or because they are necessarily? And when you buy those things, or you spend your money, or do things to make you happy, are you happy? If that does not bring you happiness, it means you should just stop doing this habit and stop thinking in a different way. Yeah, it's because it's an old TV, very old. I mean, I have it for long, and for some reason, when it gets hot, it suddenly stop. Heart attack. But it worked. It's fine. I did not throw it away. I have another TV. I get it for a cheap price too. Yeah. But anyway, so for you, you need to learn that doing things in the wrong place can make you sad, not happy. As an example, buying something expensive, thinking that that thing will make you happy. Look what most of people do. Most of people, they are like children's. A child, he's working with his mom. He see a toy. He hit the floor with his feet. He want the toy. Buy it for me. He cry. Okay. The mother, she buy it for him. He go home. He play with it for 5 minutes. He throw it in the floor. Most of us, we are not mature enough to stop doing that. We are just people who look for a toy. You know what I mean? We are just looking for a toy. And then we get a toy, and then we play with the toy for some time, and then we throw it away. Because we find it's not what we thought. I'm not happy. You need to fight and resist such a behavior. You need to find out what really makes you happy, and that is not a toy. Sadly, even people, when they get married, they are looking for a toy. Like, I don't want to talk about in general, but as an example, in the Middle East. Middle Eastern men, they look for a woman, she is beautiful. It doesn't matter what she is, I mean, just beautiful. How beautiful she is. Why? Because he's looking for a toy. After he have the toy, he is not interested no more. I mean, he played with the toy for some time, and that's it, he have her. Because they are immature, and they are limited with their culture, and they grow up this way. So we need to find a way that we go out of the box where we live in and find really a real happiness by finding things which is going to be not temporarily in our life. As an example, education. I find education is one of the most things me uh, keeping me, let us say, life and kicking, as they say in English. The most thing I enjoy in my life is my brain. It's always with me. It's not a temporary toy. So you have to invest in yourself first before buying things, spending money on things, even going on vacation will not make you happy because this will be temporary. Vacation over, you come back home, you are sad again. So I find that that's the first thing you should work in is how to make yourself stable, and the stability will be from your brain. How to give your brain the strength to be strong and not to be, let us say, easy to break. And that is something you practice by fighting temptation, like spending money here, spending money there, doing things you don't want to do, people asking you to do it just because people, they do it, you do it. Fighting habits or fighting traditions, which is not really a good tradition. There's many things you do will enhance your life. So the first thing you should do, I believe, is you changing yourself, fighting the element around you and focusing in you, how you can be strong. What is your weakness? Find the weakness, then you can find how to be strong. It's like you have a leak, in your roof. And then, okay, where the leak is coming from. So what do? You have to find where the leak is. There's a place where there's a damage. There's a place where there's a leak on you. That is a place you need to fix and repair, not the whole roof. And I find that being a person who believes can be a big solution for many things we have in our life. There is no fear in love, but perfect love drives out fear. All your happiness and sadness is coming from fear. Which means you are happy when you are free from fear, and you are sad when there is fear. Fear will make you really crumble. What about you are suffering? But you are suffering for something is right. That will make the suffering you have a pleasure. Not sorrow. Which means even suffering can be end as something good. something positive. As an example, there is many people who live in Asia or many countries. You see the mother, she is working uh, all day. I mean, poor woman working, the husband die, she have kids to grow, to take them, to send them to school. She's working so hard, and she is suffering, but she is happy. She's happy, she is able to provide to her children. So suffer not always is something negative. In fact, it can be very positive in your life. Because those who suffer, they feel happiness when it happened way more than those who don't. To make it simple for you, a child who is born in a rich family, he do not understand what it means to have a new shoes. I mean, what a big deal. He have many shoes. Bicycle. He don't even get excited when he see one. He have many of them. Toys. Then he grew up. He became an adult, mature. He have car right away. He is 16 years old. He have a nice car. Nothing exciting. This is why you see actually most of those who they are very rich, they commit suicide. And you will see that countries who have like a very wealthy, let us say, situation, they have a very high suicide because they lost their motivation and happiness. A poor person, he got so happy he bought the shoes. Happy, he's happy. He suffered a lot. And now he have something simple, very simple, but that simple make him happy. And because this person, he did not get what he got easy. So sometime, as they say in America, easy come, easy go, right? So easy come, that's easy happiness, is not real. But a person who suffer to get what he get, he will be really happy. So sometimes suffering can be a positive thing to give us long-lasting happiness for accomplishing something we thought will never be accomplished. Do you remember the brother who called me from Saudi Arabia? Do you remember him? Who have a family, he is looking for a job. I mean, look at this guy. He spent his life working abroad just to provide for his family. Here in America, this is one of the most richest country in the world. You will find in the busy places downtown, people holding a card in their hand, I'm hungry. I mean, why in the world you are hungry? You live in America. How you can be hungry? Because he's a lousy, he's a trashy, he decide not to work, he want to just smoke, drink, eat, and sleep like a rat under the bridge. But there's no way in America you will be hungry. Why? How? They are looking for. I mean, you go to any stores, they are saying we are hiring, we are hiring. They are desperate looking for employees. Yet he is hungry. So those who suffer, they can have a better life sometime, especially when success comes. And they enjoy when their situation change because they appreciate. Appreciation is a very important thing in our life. We spoke about this many times. You don't appreciate, you will never be happy. So if we go back to think about what is good for me, I think all the good will be under a bracket which is called appreciation. That is good for me. If you don't appreciate, you will never be happy. Because always you feel that there is something missing. You don't appreciate. How you will be happy? You will not be happy, and nothing will make you happy, and nothing will make your mouth full until you go die and they put some sand in your mouth. So to be happy is not an easy task, but it's a choice of you being something useful in the society and not a worm who just want to eat and suck. There's many people who live in the society, they are warm, selfish. They want to take, they don't want to give. They like people to serve them, but they don't want to serve anyone. If you are that kind of a person, I feel sorry for you, because you are the most lonely person ever, and you will never be happy. Each time you see somebody holding something in his hand, you wish it for yourself. You will never be happy. This is why, actually, I advise people not to associate with people who they are selfish, because they will bring happiness or sadness to you. He is selfish. You know what I mean? Never marry a selfish person. Never associate with a selfish person. Stay away from a selfish person. And you cannot fix that, by the way. Those people, they are like this. That's it. They will sell you to the devil as soon as they can, because they are selfish. They don't care. They think about themselves. So I think to be happy is we choosing our friends wisely, people who they can be truthful with us, not just helpful, loyal, people who have good manner, and people of belief. You know, a person who believes that this is wrong and that's right, then his belief is going to judge what he do. There's no surprises. You know what I mean? If this person is a true believer, he believes in what, you know, he consider as constitution for him. So he's a Christian, I know what he believes, and he's true Christian, not a fake Christian. So I know what he believes, so I know his constitution. I know his guideline. I know what is good for him. I know what is bad for him. So we have to examine who we will be associating with, because it's very important to know you are going to associate with who. For you are a human being, emotional. Anything can hurt you. A little word can hurt you. You know, a human being can be broken easier than breaking a glass. Saying a word to a person, sometimes maybe you don't mean it, it can hurt badly. And this person will never forget it. So all the articles who they are speaking about how to be happy, I believe they are big failure. And I think the one who wrote this article himself is not happy. I don't know. You know, me myself, I feel that this person who wrote this article here, who with the reasoning, he himself is not happy. You know, because he got it wrong. How in the world you say to somebody, choose happiness? All people would like to be happy. I mean, what do you mean choose happiness? Working for happiness. People work for happiness. All people, all mankind, they work for happiness. But doesn't mean they will get the happiness. So you need to make let us say, a deep study of yourself and find out first what is making you sad, and then try to eliminate those things making you sad. Do some changes. Think about the weakness on you and how you can strengthen that weakness, I mean, to fight it. Otherwise, it's going to stay there, it's going to be affecting you for the rest of your life. And don't encourage, being lonely, bringing cats and dogs, etc. Okay, I like cats, I like animals, but that's not, what would make me happy. I mean, animals are beautiful. But even animals, they can suffer from stress. So if you bring a dog to your life and you are a stressed person, the dog himself will be stressed too. You know what I mean? So instead of making you now happy, now we have two sad in the house, you and the dog. By the way, sadness is something can be transformed, like corona, the virus corona. So if you are sad, you can make people around you sad too. You know? Yeah, transfer the emotion, exactly. You know? So you brought the dog to make you happy, and now you are sad. So that's the dog will be sad too. The dogs, they are very sensitive, they can feel it. You know? So try always to find really what is the real reason. Don't try to like somebody trying to fix it. So, but he don't really want to go to the core of the problem. So he look for the pimples in his face. He think the pimple in his face is the problem. Maybe he have a heart problem, but he care for the pimple. He think this is the one is the most annoying thing. And here, we are talking to everybody, not only Christians. But for me, as a Christian, there is one thing make me very comfortable. I'm a believer, and I believe good things is going to happen, even after death. That bring me a lot of comfort, which nobody can provide. You see, when you don't have a belief, you are scared of everything, and one of them is death, right? For me, I don't really care if I die now, tomorrow, the day after. I don't care. I'm happy with even with death. Regardless if you believe that there is afterlife or not, maybe you are laughing at me because I'm a Christian, right? Maybe you say, oh, okay, be happy. Well, and I'm happy. Still better than you if you don't believe, because you're afraid from death. This is why those who they are afraid from death, they exaggerate in looking for happiness and they end dying faster. If you check right now how many people die because of overdose drugs, you will not believe it. Why people they take drugs? They are looking for happiness. Sad people, they are very sad. Taking drugs is a clear sign that you are really, really very sad person. I never smoked a cigarette all my life. How I can do that? Right? You start smoking because you think smoking will give you a fantasy, maybe. Will change your character. People will see you that you are strong, maybe. Self-confidence, you are smoking. Not true. It's a weakness. You are weak to the point thinking that a little thing in your mouth will make you stronger and make you more maybe attractive. Some people think give impression to people that you are really tough, maybe. But for me, cigarette is something silly. It's wrong. It's unhealthy. It can cause cancer. It will kill your lung and will burn your money. And yet you do it. That's me, you are sad. You are just trying something, hoping that the thing is going to change your life, will make it better. And no, it doesn't make it. No, it make your life more horrible, especially when you get older and you get sick, and then you find yourself you cannot breathe, you cannot go upstairs, you cannot even go 2 stairs. Well, you don't, Fadi, you should not take drugs for stress. Fight the stress. You see, the best drugs for the stress is the opposite of what causing the stress. This is the drugs. I will give you an example. Where I live, the winter is very long, very cold. I hate it. That's why I'm here. No, I'm not in the place I live in usually, right? And all of you know that. So I'm not going to submit to the stress of the cold winter, which really I don't like. I mean, the sun disappeared for almost 5 months. That's horrible. You don't see it. And then temperature go really so crazy. And then the city is almost goes down. So you spend all this time inside the door. That is very stressful. So what I do, either I stay and say, okay, this is what happened, what I can do. I mean, or you fight it and you find something, which can change the way or the things which is happening. Right? As an example, I see somebody here, his name is Free, and he look like he's a bug. So I'm going to eliminate the bugs from the carpet. Eliminate the bugs. Don't let bugs bother you. Whatever is bugging you, fight it. Let us say happiness is something we can create, or we can submit to sadness. So which one you want? No, I'm just giving you an example about something can make you unhappy. I give you example of the cold winter. I'm not happy with. I chose the place where I live in simply because it's cheap. I can afford it. As simple as that. Not because it's my choice. Sometimes things is enforced on you, and I mean this is nothing in my hand. I mean what I can do. I'm not a if I am a rich person, I will go and buy a villa in the front line of a beach and enjoy the sun. What I like to be. So you go through many things which is bring stress to you. You have to find your way to fight the same reason is causing the stress. And taking drugs is something temporarily. If you go and search as an example for those who live in cold countries who have a long winter like Canada, the number of people who take vitamin D in Canada is huge. Why? Because this is a vitamin which is necessary to fight depression. So sometimes even food can affect you. This is how sensitive the human body is. You see, even how your brain can be affected. It just little element is missing. You are not receiving it because usually this is something you receive in a natural way. Your body can create by going out in the sun for 15-20 minutes. So what if the sun is not coming? You will get depressed. Literally, you will get depressed. So always you have to find reasoning, or the reason of you being depressed, or the reason for you being unhappy, and fight those reasons. Do something, change it as much as you can. Yeah, human being is very easy to be affected. Very easy. It doesn't matter how strong you are, you know. You don't see the sun, you will be affected. The sun is very important. Uh, so many things can bring happiness to us, but some of us we do not know what really bring happiness to me and what make me overcome issues which is making me sad. So either I submit to sadness and I live sad person, and then I will spend the rest of my life sad, or I do something about it, and I will put the glasses there in this fruit, and that will make it funny, and then I will be happy. So everything we do is depend about how we decide to deal with the problem. Some people, they don't want to deal with it. They just like to, not to think about it. Leave it there. I don't know if there is anyone here from Romania. In Romania, they have a culture. It's called let it. Let it. Anything, let it, let it. Yeah. Leave it there. Let it. So nobody want to solve the problem, any problem. Let it. It's a culture thing. Whatever, if everybody let it, I mean, who is going to solve it? Let it. And this is causing big problem for the country. I mean, you go wherever you go, there is a culture. It's called culture of let it. The whole country living with let it. So many of us, when it's come to things which is not right, we do what? We say let it. Instead of fighting it, no, we let it. But you cannot get out of this if you keep saying let it. You have to do something for it. Things will not change by saying let it. And there is one of the things actually can cause you to be unhappy is delay. The delay. As an example, you have something to do, something necessary to do. But you are a person who live by let it. Let it for tomorrow. Tomorrow I will do it. But inside you, there is worry in your head. There is something you should do. So look what you did. You put in your head an appointment. And the appointment is, it is necessary to do, but we let it. And then inside your head, with thinking or not, you are thinking about it as for sure. You are worried without knowing why you are unhappy, because you said let it. And this let it will never solve the problem because you did not do it. So first thing in your day, you say let it. Second day, a week after, let it. Here, there, let it, let it, let it, let it. So inside you now there is like you are pushing inside your brain many duty you should do, and that will cause worry, and yet you are just living the let it, and that let it is going to destroy you. Any problem happen, just solve it right away. Don't let it. Any duty you should do it right away. Like example, sometimes very simple stuff can make you even unhappy, like paying a bill. As long as you have the money, just do it right now. Why you want to wait for tomorrow? You receive a bill by mail. Just do it immediately. That's it. It's gone. This problem is solved. There's nothing in my head will make me worry about tomorrow. There is something I did not do yet. Just do it. The delaying thing is really very effective to make you an unhappy person, because inside you, you know that you delay it. You did not solve it. And now you are worried about, yeah, I did not do these things. I did not do that. So for the coming 3 months, you are thinking about doing it, but you are going to do it anyway. Why you wait? Why you wait and you bring worry to your life? Just do it. Finish it. whatever the problem is. Most of people, by the way, they just delay problem, but delaying would not make it fixed. It's going to be there. So why you don't fix it and just that's it? It's like somebody, he have a faucet and the faucet is dripping. Once I went visiting people, and for me, when I sleep, I have a very sensitive ears. I mean, I can hear anything. You will not believe it. I can hear. I mean, if they have, those clock, tuck, tuck, tuck. Even if it's in the last room in the house, I hear it. So there's a faucet. There's a faucet, and this faucet is a dripping water. Talk, talk, talk. I could not sleep. Second day in the morning, I asked them, well, this faucet is not, the faucet is dripping. The guy, he said, yeah, it's dripping like this for 4 years. It's really annoying. I hear it too. 4 years. Guys, the faucet is dripping for 4 years. And he will not fix it. So I said to him, why you don't fix it? He said, actually, I hate it really. I mean, it's actually because it is dripping fast. It's not just dripping, and that will make you pay more for water. And it's dripping the hot water, not only water, which means the heater will be running more. He said, well, no, I have to go, and then get the water, and blah, 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 blah. I mean, he make it a story. I went, I got the faucet, I replace it, took me less than 10 minutes. And now I'm sleeping comfortably. The guy, he said, did you change the faucet? He said, yeah. He said, you know what? I was wondering what is missing. He used to the sound 4 years. His wife, she came home and she said to him, finally you fix it. She thinks he is the one who fixed it. She said, thanks to him, which means me, that he spoke to you and you fix it. And the guy, he looked at me, he said, like, don't tell her, okay, it's you, don't tell her that you are the one who fixed it. So the wife is complaining for 4 years, making her unhappy about this faucet. It takes 5 minutes to fix it. And when the wife came, he took the credit for it. She said to him, you fixed the faucet? Okay, because he complained, right? Me complaining for 4 years. At the beginning, he was happy that he is the one who took the credit, because he's the one who did it supposedly. Okay. So your friend, he complained and you fix it right away. I am complaining for 4 years and you don't care. And then he said, but you know what? It's not me who fixed it, it's him. Because he's now afraid that she will be upset more that he is fixing it for me, not for her. So there's many people like this. They bring worry into their life, even for simple stuff. Things will be, like, this is your house, this is your resting place. I mean, why you wait? What for? You have to fix it anyway. And it doesn't cost much. Actually, I did not change the faucet. I changed what they call it, the inside, the rubber. It just, I don't know, it's like it cost less than I bought the whole like plastic bag, have many of those for I think $2. So simply, we sometimes bring unhappiness to our life. And the small things will gather together and will make it big things. One small thing here, one small thing there. They gather, they gather, they gather, and until it's like somebody is saying, uh, you know, I don't know if you witness such a thing. There's people when they clean their room, they push the dirt under the sofa. Have you ever witnessed people like this? Did you see people like this? He is a cleaning, but he don't clean really the room. He just pushed the dirt under the sofa or under the bed. So look what happened now. The cleaning is done anyway. I mean, why you don't bring the thing and collect the dust or the dirt and throw it away? What kind of a person, how you think, how is your brain is functioning? So now after 3-4 months of collecting dirt under your sofa became a garbage bag. This is how the mentality of some people work. So they have to clean, but they don't clean. They do half of the job, which make it more horrible. Don't be like that. Finish the job and get rid of the worry, and then go move on for something else. That will bring a lot of comfort for you. Yeah, if you know the story of Muhammad, if you remember, there's a dog, he died under his bed, and Muhammad, he did not receive a revelation from Allah for many days. I mean, what kind of a house this house is? How in the world there's a dog under the bed, nobody noticed? You know what kind of smell will be? There's many people like this. Right? So fight the worry by doing what need to be done and get off it. Get away from it. Eliminate worry. If there is any, I mean, like there is nobody really can advise you how to be happy, but there is advices about how we can fight reasoning for being unhappy. Because you are the only one who can find really what is making you not happy, not enjoying your life. And you are the only one who can find out what make you really feel good. There's people, they feel good if they make paint. They are good in art, there's people, they enjoy playing music. It make them feel good. There's people, they enjoy listening to music. All those things is like, it's a way of reaching out to happiness. But there is a real happiness, that is you being stable as a brain inside your head. If the brain is not stable, then you will be like in a wave of a big ocean, and the ocean is taking you left and right. Stability is very important. And the brain, to be stable, I believe, you have to feed it. You see, you have to feed this brain. Everything needs food. Your brain is no different. You have to feed your brain with education, knowledge, read books, especially books which can be very helpful. Try to learn everything every day. In your life should be new things to learn. That is very important things to bring comfort, because that the more you know, the more self-confident you will have and you will receive. The more ignorant you are, the more you are worried. So brain, and then the brain, if you get the help of being faithful, or let us say you have a belief, that the brain and the belief together, they will work to give you a very comfortable, let us say, atmosphere. The faith will lift up the burden from your shoulders. That I'm worried too much, you know. And the brain, which you are feeding it with knowledge, will make you more strong, feel that you are fit to solve problems. You have knowledge now. You are learning. The more you learn, the more you are strong about anything, anything in life, right? Uh, and you know, always there is some people, remember, there is some people, they are like bugs who try to hurt your life. And you have to remember those people. There's people who they enjoy hurting others. Those people you have, you know, don't submit to their action. Don't let them do that to you. There is some people, they get really affected badly and they get hurt by somebody saying bad words to them. Thank you, New Z. Thank you. You know, and the problem will be more bigger if you allow them to hurt you. How many of you here is very sensitive for words? So he get like so upset and so sad. How many of you here? I'm sure there's a bunch. Like somebody say to you, you're stupid. And then you get so upset and happy. You take it with you home. You think about it again and again. Someone says to you, you are not pretty, like for ladies. You know, you think about it too much. You are very upset, you know. How many of us would do that? Many. For me, those things doesn't affect me. Never. Go and see how many videos they make every day for me. Every day. I mean, I'm a target. So I laugh. I laugh actually, and I find it a very clear proof of my success. Imagine you are a person who is trying, let us say, I mean, they told you there's a beast somewhere, right? And he is inside the cave. And you are throwing rocks inside the cave. And there's nothing happening inside this cave. There's no bear is coming. There's no wolf. There's no hyena. Nothing happening. I mean, obviously, you are throwing rocks for no benefit. There's nobody there. But if all the hyena came out, obviously what you want happened. Which means when they try to attack you, obviously there is something bothering them on you. And they say what they say, hoping they can bother you and put you down. Don't let them do that to you. Just laugh. You know what I mean? Because when somebody insults you, the whole point of insulting you is to make you upset, to make you unhappy. So if you really get unhappy, he got what he want. You're a loser. Sometime, you know, you are walking in the street, somebody suddenly he look at you or something happened, you hit his shoulder, he want to fight. So either you are a fool and you go for the fight, or you say, okay, thank you, man, thank you, just keep going, be smart, be wise. Always you have to make a smart decision and don't let somebody drag you into something stupid. And that goes for many things in life, even inside your household. Somebody rude in your house and he try to drag you into a fight. Somebody is angry, trying to find a reason to fight. Because, you know, sadly, many people, they fight as a way to release anger. You know what I mean? You have a very ugly energy inside you, and then you try to fight with somebody, not because this person, he deserves your fight, no, but you are trying to get your anger out. So they need like a, let us say, a release time of anger. They have too much pressure inside them, and need to find somebody to fight with. So screaming will help them, shouting will help them, and then they cool down and they became like a very, very, very smooth lake. Those people are very poor people. They need help. Don't fight with them. Have you thought of putting any more how to learn right in Arabic again? My friend, what we have is already enough to teach you how to write in Arabic. That's why we stop. What you have there in the Arab for Christ account is more than enough for you to learn how to write in Arabic. Watch the video, practice, you will learn. You know? Do we have any question? Anyone have a question? So I say always, self-confidence is very important, and self-confidence comes from education. And education coming from investing in your brain by learning, reading, exploring, and even traveling. And by going through many things. All those things can bring comfort to you. Right? Is Islam and Christianity is the same? No, they are the opposite, 100-degree opposite. Yeah, exactly. Actually, when somebody insults you, if you go and you insult back, he got what he wants. The insult simply is to, you know, to ignite your anger and to get into a position where you are not really happy. Just laugh and let it go. Why you want to affect yourself? Last time I was in, I think it was Walmart, an old lady, you know, I have my cart. So I go right, she go right. I go left, she go left. I go right, she go right. And then look what she said. Are you blind? Are you blind? And she's screaming at me as she want to jump at me. She's old. So I said, thank you, ma'am, thank you. You know, I did not get upset. I mean, what, you want to fight with her? I will say to her, no, you are the blind. Are you stupid? She's an old woman. She lost her temper. Right? So you have to be smart, and you have to buy, you know, let's say peace. Buy it. Stay away from things will cause you, you know, problems. Peace is very good. Because when you lose peace, you lose everything. You lose many things. You lose rest, comfort, etc. And the most important peace is peace with yourself. You are happy with yourself. This is why, like yesterday, if you remember, we spoke about people who they are not happy with their look. So what they start doing, they start, doing plastic surgery, breast surgery, nose surgery, you know, I mean, whatever surgery. Okay, when this will stop? When you will stop doing surgery? Because you get older now. And then what? You keep doing surgeries? Not to mention how risky it is as health and how it's going to suck your money. And they insert things in your body, silicone, whatever stuff, you know, God knows. What you will do? So happiness, you know, start from many places. Be happy with yourself. This is number one. Like yourself. Don't worship yourself, but like how God He made you. Believe that you are a child of God, and in His eyes you are beautiful, and He made you beautiful. It doesn't matter how we look like. Because if you do things because you want people to like how you look like, well, that's endless. Always there is somebody look better than you. The beauty queen for yesterday is not the beauty queen for tomorrow. And by the way, they aren't beauty queen. I mean, most of them, they look weird. I don't know how they choose over those beauty queen. I think all of it is a fraud. And I believe actually those who do those surgery, they are doing a fraud because it's a cheating. It's not you. It's like doing fraud. You know, you're trying to fool us that this is how you look like. I mean, who care? You know, if you have a small mouth or big mouth, it's a mouth. And if a person he like you for who you are, he like you, he will not change. But if he like you for the mouth you have today, well, maybe tomorrow he will find the picture of you from the past and he will look at it, what is this? Right? Beauty, it is not something you can buy. It is something you can live. You can live the beauty by accepting how you are and accepting that you are no less than anyone and no one better than you, and you are not better than anyone. Nobody better than anyone. It doesn't matter really. Even though I might say somebody is not lucky, you know, he have a his body doesn't look in good shape, etc. But still he can be lucky more than me. How you know? Because always God, you see, have you ever sat with somebody is blind of you? Once I remember I was just really young. I took a bus from city to city. This is in the Middle East. And I sat next to a guy and he was wearing sunglasses. Very dark glasses, but it's a sunny day anyway. I mean, how? So anyway, I sat with him. The trip is like 2 hours and a half or 3 hours. And I cannot forget this guy. He's amazing how wise he is. I mean, I learned a lot of things from him in those 2 hours. And then I did not recognize that he is blind until we stopped the bus. We know we have started the bus station to the other city. Then he grabbed his stick and, you know, he's blind. So the blind person who should be complaining more than any of us, he was giving me strength. He was, you know, at that time I was in high school. He was telling me what to do, giving me advices. Very nice talk. I mean, I really enjoy talking to this person. And he's blind. And actually, during the time, you know, when the bus is going, you know, he say, we are getting closer. I say, how you know? I mean, he said, like, you know, we are now in this place. I said, how you know? He said, well, I heard, you know, there's like a train, you know, like, you know, bell. So he in his memory, he's counting how many of them. There's like 3 or 4. So he knew exactly. So look, he lost vision, but he have extra skills which I don't and you don't have. So maybe God don't give you everything you want, but he gave you things maybe some and many people don't have. The same as this blind man. This blind man, because he lost vision, then he have to focus in his ears, what he hear. He discover things by his hearing, not by seeing. And that make that sense is like a radar, which we don't really use because always we depend on our eyes. So he lost vision. He earned vision in different way. They remember people from their voice, even if they spoke to them once or twice, long time ago. And this is the same for you. Find the gift which God He gave you, invest in it, enjoy your life, be happy with yourself, and this is the only way for happiness. And that will take us again to appreciation. If you don't appreciate how you look like, you will be the most miserable person ever in history. Because simply you hate yourself. Each time you look in the mirror, you hate yourself. That's why in my house I don't have a mirror. You know what I mean? If the mirror is bothering you, do what I did. I don't have a mirror in my house. Anyway, uh, happiness is something. Being happy is something you can make yourself, and nobody can make you happy. It is something you make yourself happy, and I think it can be very easy, and it can be very complicated. It depends who you are. If you are a person who live with envy and jealousy, if you are a person who like to have what people have in their hands, if you are a person who don't appreciate, if you are not a believer, all of those will lead you into stress and self-destruction. You will get sick, actually. You know? No, actually, there's a mirror in the bathroom. I'm just joking, man. But first time I moved to the house I live in, there was a mirror behind the door in the bedroom. I closed the door like, what? I took it right away. Yeah, anyway, always when I joke, I'm joking about myself because simply I'm very humble and I don't care really how people think about me, if I'm really good looking or not. You see, this is how self-confidence can do to you. Somebody, if you make fun of his look, he will cry, he will be upset. I make fun of myself. I do it almost every day because I don't care. I mean, I'm the last one to worry who like how I look like, who don't like it. You don't like how I look like? Okay, drink the water of the ocean. I mean, why you want to be worried about people who? I mean, if you are worried about, you see, this is what happened. Worry is going to kill you. Worry about what you dress. Worry about how people see you. Worry. You will spend your life worry and you will never be happy. Fear of how people see you. Stop being worried. It's endless. I'm not going to dress because somebody like me to see me to be dressed in a certain way. So he like how I'm dressing. No, I will dress as I like. I eat as I like. I don't go to wedding. Do you know the reason I don't go? Who knows the reason why I go to wedding? I spoke about this before. I don't go to wedding, especially Middle Eastern wedding. Anyone knows why? I don't attend Middle Eastern weddings specifically because they are too much into appearance. So I have to wear a suit. I hate suits. I'm not going to wear a suit. So I'm not going to go. I don't care who you are. I'm not going to wear a suit. If I get married, I will not get a suit. I don't like them. I don't like tie. I hate it. It's like a leech. You feel like you're a dog, I'm not going to wear things because people like me to wear it. So I'm not going to go to the wedding because this is what they put conditions. You have to wear those things. Those are Middle Eastern. They are crazy. I'm not going to wear it. You put a leech. I don't want to have a leech in my neck. I'm not a dog. That's how I see it. Maybe for you, you look good in it. I don't know. For me, I find myself like a dog. By putting a leech in my. I mean, what is? I mean, who is the one who created this thing? You put it in your neck. It's a rope. See, this is how I think. For you, maybe you get happy if you are wearing a suit. Do it then. So what I'm trying to say to you, do as you think will make you happy. Dress as you think will make you happy, not as people would like you to be dressed. Don't let them force you to do things. Don't let society, you know, pressure you and make you do things you don't like. You have to live smart. Otherwise, you will spend your life just doing what people like you to do. Right? Yeah, here we go. Phil, he is saying he liked to wear a tie. Good for you. But for me, I hate it. Actually, when I wear them, my voice change. If you hear, if I, no, I mean, I tried to wear a tie, but I mean, my voice change. It's like different person. Uh, Especially if you cannot find a t-shirt which is fit with your neck, and then you close the last button in the top, and then your voice became like a Lulu. What are you doing? Like Zakir Naik. So anyway, try to be happy and see what make you happy. And if there's something doesn't make you happy, don't do it. I mean, I don't care. What people say. Who care? You know. And that goes for anything in life, as long as you are not doing something wrong. Why everyone is avoiding me because I'm a Muslim? You are welcome here, Mr. Hassan Abdullah. Nobody is avoiding you, my friend. And how did we ask you about your religion? See, this is one of the reasons of being unhappy. Because he feel that he is, there is something wrong. He is a Muslim, so he think we are not welcoming him. No, you are welcome, my friend. But you are seeking attention, obviously. And this is one of the reasons for people to be unhappy, seeking attention. Actually, most of things people they do, they are just because they are seeking attention. If they don't get the attention, they get upset. And that is a reason to get unhappy. You might even find some husbands, they get jealous from their kids. You believe it? Because they are immature. So he start making fight with his wife to seek attention. Seeking attention is one of the biggest illness a human being suffer from. Like his wife, she is kissing his son, so he get jealous because the husband himself is a kid. You know what I mean? The husband himself is a kid. Yes, he's a man. Yes, he is the father, but he's just a child. Many they are grown men, but they are children. They are teenage. Same for women. Hassan, Mr. Hassan, either you have a question or you are going to bring a drama, you can leave. So what is your question, my friend, Mr. Hassan? Stop making drama. Are you a drama man? Are you bringing drama with you? Be happy, my friend. We welcome you already. We said you are welcome. Stop playing victim. And by the way, playing victim is one of the signs a human being play to get attention. Playing victim. It's a kid act. Why a baby he cry? Babies, they learn since an early age that when he cry, the mother, she will do as he wish. So he cry more. And each time he wants something, he cry. So now he learn like as if he has a puppy. You know, puppy, he learned things like he say how. Then the owner come and tell him, oh, you want cookies? You want to eat it? Okay, this is your food. Kids are the same. This is why it's very important. If you have a child and he cry, don't give him what he want because he cry. You just taught him that the crying is the way to get what you want. You know what I mean? It's a wrong way to grow a child, because that will go with him until he became a man. It is something that starts with you from your childhood. You cry, your mom, she give you what you want, and then you learn that it's going to become a part of you until you became a man, that when you cry, you get what you want. So then you will become a grown man, but yet you are a kid. You know what I mean? So I believe that being a parent is not an easy job, and many people are not qualified. They spoil their children. You have to be careful. A child is an empty book, and you are writing in this book what he will be tomorrow. Most of the problem you see of people in this earth is because one day in their childhood they did not go and grow in a healthy way. A couple of weeks ago you said Jesus said, I am the living God, and you showed Aramaic translation, but Jesus mentioned he is the living God, but only in Aramaic. No, my friend. In the Aramaic language, because they are saying he said, I am Yahweh. This is the same, in English translation, they are saying, I am. This is Yahweh. So it is the same. When he say I am, is the same as saying I am Yahweh. I am Yahweh, it means I am the living God. So I hope I answered you. Secondly, our topic here is not about this. So you are here coming just to bother us. When I am in the Arabian Prophet account, you are welcome to ask me questions about religion. Each time Jesus in the Bible, in the translation in English, any translation, he say I am, he is saying I am Yahweh. As simple as that. Because I am is a translation for Yahweh. So because if you're ignorant, you think that this is a different translation. No, it's the same. We go back to our topic. So all this drama to come to this with this, you are crying, playing victim, all of this. I mean, you see our topic, how to be happy. What does this have to do with the topic? And you asked me the same question in the other channel. I answered you. Anyway. Then Jesus said to his disciple, therefore I tell you, don't worry about your life, what you will eat, or about your body, what you will wear. This is an advice of being happy. People today, they are worried about those things, which is causing unhappiness. You see, you buy something and now you are worrying what people will see it, how they see it. Oh, this is a fashion. My friend, she have the same thing. I mean, this is just something killing your day, destroying your joy. Look, you can afford now buying, you can afford dressing something nice, but now you are worried about what to wear. You are worried about what to eat. Right? All of those, the Bible, the wisdom of our Lord is the best way to fight depression and to fight worry. Therefore, I tell you, don't worry about your life and what you will eat or drink, or about your body, what you will wear. Is not life more than food, isn't it? And body more than clothing? So what a human being focus in, suddenly his body is the clothing. It's not the body no more. Very beautiful talk. Look at the birds of the air. They don't, the bird here, the example of the bird. How those birds who they live, I mean, they don't have a bank, they don't have a job, I mean, security, retirement. And not only that, where I live, it's extremely cold. And, I mean, you see this little tiny bird, how he can survive such a cold weather. It's amazing. The answer is very simple. God, who created this little tiny bird, he gave him ability to kill the worry, to make him survive. He gave him ability to live and survive such a cold. So for me, I'm worried about the cold. I dress and etc. because God created me in a different way. He gave me brain to overcome my cold. The bird, he don't have that as much. He have another gift. He have a certain build of his body where he can fight cold, same as many animals. All of you knows that horses, they stay outside, right? I mean, wild horses. They don't have a house. Have you ever heard of a house building a house? A horse building a house? No. Have you ever heard of a goat building a house? No. A deer? A turkey? Okay, how they can survive? They are not worried about it. They live it. They live it and they are successful. Yet they have nothing. They have no shelter. They have no houses. They have nothing. So God, he gave you a gift. Use it, and that gift is your brain. Don't make your brain subdued to what people want from you. Make your brain work for you, not for them. People like you to wear, fashion. Like some people, they feel like, oh, I'm not wearing, my clothes is old. I have shirts, like t-shirts. I don't know, they are maybe 8 years old. I'm not going to throw them away. They are still good. I don't care. You see me wearing them many times. I don't care. Who care? Why I will worry? They are still good. Very good quality. I don't buy, I mean, I'm very good in choosing the fabric. So I don't care what people say. You will say, I saw you 3 years ago wearing the same t-shirt. I say, yeah, it's the same t-shirt. It's clean. It's in good condition. And I like it. What's your problem? Right? You have a niece, she love to dress very open. You mean like short clothes and etc. Well, those. Okay, you see, every human being, he go through things, and then they will find that those things are not going. They will not take them anywhere. They change. Human being change. Human being change. Age change you. You see, even music you listen to will change by age. A music you listen to when you are teenage is not the same music you listen to when you are 30, correct? What happened? You change. It's okay. I mean, people, they change. You give advice, and then, do your best to advise the person, but that person is going through something maybe you went through too. A human being have a stage in his life. And actually, it's good that a human being, he live as a teenage when he is a teenage. Otherwise, he might live as a teenage when he is 70. You know what I mean? There is many people who, because they did not experience being teenage when they are teenage. And usually those are Middle Eastern, because in the Middle East, everything is haram. It's a taboo. You cannot be a teenage. You have to be a man. At the age of 11, you are a man. So you don't live your youth. So when you get older, you start acting like a teenage because you did not go through it. You know what I mean? So you see a woman, she is 70 years old, and now she want to wear a skirt, it is 2 inch. But if you wear this skirt when you are a teenage, I mean, people, they can accept you more because you are a teenage. But now you are 70. So the healthy thing is to be a teenage when the time it is to be a teenage. So let a teenage be a teenage when it is time. And for sure, you have to guide the teenage person so he will not be ending somewhere wrong. Right? Yeah, many people, because they did not live through their youth what they deserve, or let's say desire to be, that desire come back in the end of their life, and they start acting like a teenage. You know, the clothes they wear, the perfume, the car they drive, you know. Like you see most of people who they get really old, suddenly they want to drive an open roof car. You notice that, right? Open roof car, style hair, sunglasses from fashion designer, golden rings in their hand. They are because he, you know, he's old now, and he is trying to seek attentions of females. How he can seek attention? He's young, no. He's handsome as before, no. So he need the car, the red car, the open roof car, the style hair, you know, dyeing the hair, having sunglasses, all those things, so he can feel better about himself, and he is young again. You know, he's 21 again. Right? He's wearing fashion clothing. Same for some ladies. But usually men, they do that more than ladies in a certain age. Yeah, most of men who they can afford, like they get, let's say, rich in such an age, they start spending in such a way just to get attention. You know, he want to be young again. Because now, why a woman, she is beautiful, young, she will go with a man in his 70? I mean, it doesn't make sense, right? It makes sense. She will go. You know, there's many, they are for sale, you know. She like a man who is rich, buy her clothing, etc. It's like a, you know, exchange of benefit. Yeah, anyway, I mean, even if you are old and that make you happy, do it. I'm not saying this is, I mean, I'm not saying you are being bad. I mean, if you're driving a sport car will make you happy, okay, drive a sport car. You know, there are things you do make you bad, and there are things you do it doesn't make you bad. I mean, if an old person and he's gonna drive the most, you know, when you wear fashion clothes, okay, that's not, it doesn't make you bad. But it obviously you are looking for attention. But if it make you happy, well, good for you. Uh, hey, my friend, how is Tokyo doing? Most of people, by the way, they dress in a certain way, seeking attention. But for me, I find it very comfortable for me to dress whatever I like. I mean, I don't even think about it. Here where I live here now, I told you this is not where I live usually. I have two jeans, just two jeans. So I'm not really going to be confused which one to wear. Actually, this is the jeans I have. It is two jeans. So if one get dirty, I wear the other one. I wash the other one, then we have jeans again. That's it. Very simple. Who care? You know, I don't even spend time to see what I'm going to wear. If I have want to wear a shirt, I grab a new shirt from the closet and I wear it. That's it. You know, that's it. Very simple. Yeah. So you know, either you became a slave of material, and those material they decide how you live, and you are worried about people what they will say about you, or just live and enjoy your life. I told you this before. When I finished my law degree, you know, my mom she was coming, you know, to the house, and she found me, you know, in the front of the house, like if there's a big yard and there's rocks. So I'm sitting like in the side of the road, let us say, and she said, "Mom, you cannot do that no more." I said, "Why I cannot do that?" She said, "You are wearing short. You are a lawyer now. Who's going to give you a case and you're wearing?" See, Middle Eastern thinking. No, you are a lawyer. You cannot wear a short. I mean, yesterday I can wear a short, today I cannot. What happened? Just because I graduated now? But this is how people think. She's right. In the Middle East, who in the world, when I give you a case as a lawyer, you are wearing short? They will not give you give you a case. This is how they think, right? But they can think as they wish, and I think as I wish. I'm not going to wait to dress as they want. I will never wear this tie thing, you know. That's it. uh, no tie for a Christmas gift, brother. All right. Yeah, actually, once I have, actually I have them until now. I have somebody gave me, I think, three or four expensive ties. When I opened the gift, he was like so excited, like you know, he get. I was looking like what he gave me. I mean, and those ties I start giving them as gift each time. Like there is some occasion for somebody, I give them out. I think I still have one. So he think he's doing good. I mean, he's giving me expensive ties, you know, but I don't wear them. And this is how life is. Just enjoy it. Throw worry behind you about people what they think. You know, there are things we cannot say throw it away. As an example, responsibility. You have a children's. You have illness. Those things nobody can change them. You know, but even those you have to adopt the situation and try to overcome and enjoy life. You know, because every moment is you know is gone. You cannot take it back. We cannot go back 2 hours ago. That's it. They are gone. All right. What you have done to us, I did nothing. Actually, me myself, you see, it's my happiness to be with you too. This is something make me happy. Otherwise, I will not be here. Me myself, I will not be here. So this is why I say always do what you think make you feel good, make you happy. It make me happy to serve. It make me happy to help. It make me happy to fight, to be a warrior for the truth. So I do what I believe it make me happy. I don't do what people think. Actually, all people I know, they are against me for doing what I'm doing. You believe it or not? What you are getting from this? Risking your life. People threat you. People want to kill you. Do you know how many people they hate you? Yeah, this is what they hear. I don't care. For them, this is a very wrong decision. For me, this is the best. For them, they will not be able to sleep because how many people want to kill them. For me, I sleep very, very comfortable. I never have a worry. I just told you 2 days ago about the lady. She came to close the door of the house here, right? Remember? I leave the door open. I leave the door of the house open. I have no worry. You know, they said to me once, ah, this is why always you carry guns. No, I have a gun since I was a kid. You know, this is something it's a hobby. This has nothing to do with being worried. One of my hobbies is a weapon. I don't carry them because I'm worried. Yeah. Uh, the lady is so lucky to meet you in person. She's my neighbor. She don't know me, by the way. I mean, this woman, she knew that this house, she never saw me before. So suddenly the door is open wide, you know. This door, like this house is empty. So the door is open. So she walked all the way from the other side of the street. She come to this house. She closed the door and she go back. And, you know, I went to the kitchen and the door is closed. And I heard something, you know, I heard like maybe I said maybe the wind, maybe, you know. So I opened it again. I went inside. And then she came. She thought like she closed it, but she did not close it good. The door is open again. So she came and she closed it again. You see, and this is the good thing is, this is something positive. There's somebody, you know, he have a good heart and he don't say none of my business. This is a good woman. She did not say this is none of my business. I mean, why I want to worry about the house across the street? No, she is a good person. So when she did it the second time, I went outside, I opened the door. I want to see what's happening here. I mean, we have a genie or what? So she was crossing back. So I spoke to her, and you know, she introduced herself. If you need anything, etc. Blah 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 blah. You know, very nice people. Yeah. All right. Do we have any question, or we are done for today? Yeah, gun for hobbies. You never heard of people guns for hobby? This is my hobby since I was very young. I can put guns together with the closed eyes. I can take them pieces and put them together. It's my hobby. What's wrong with that? You know, many Christians, they don't like anyone to have guns, right? Okay, but isn't it Jesus says, go and buy a sword? What's wrong with guns? Guns don't kill, human kill. Have you ever seen a gun walking down the street by itself shooting people? No. And by the way, houses which without guns is an invitation for criminals. If you go and study in USA, which cities have the most number of shooting and crimes? It is Chicago. But do you know in Chicago it's forbidden to have a gun? So who have a gun? Only criminals. Good citizens, they don't have it. So they die. Where I live, everybody have a gun. Let a thief even try or a criminal to walk down the street. He will not dare. Because he's not the only one have a gun. He's a criminal. Everybody have. You know what I mean? So having a gun actually is the best way to prevent crimes, not the opposite. Who dare? A criminal. If a criminal he knew the city nobody allowed to carry gun, that's mean the gun he have is the only gun around. By the time he go inside your house, kill you, shoot you, take your money, the police come, he will be gone. But if everybody have guns, he cannot get in. And this is why you find that the area which have allowed in citizens to have guns have less crimes, a lot more less crimes. Anyway, not our topic for today. And you know, criminals, they can kill with anything. I mean, if you wanna be a criminal, you can kill by your car, you can kill by a knife, you can kill by a rock, you can kill by bare hands. I mean, criminal is a criminal. My friend, if somebody get crazy, he can get his hand in a gun anyway. He can kill them by car. But even if somebody gets crazy, as long as everybody have gun, they will shoot him before he shoot them. He start shooting, they will shoot him. You see, this is not even smart to say, well, okay, what if somebody gets crazy? Okay, let him get crazy. As long as everybody have guns, he cannot really do what he think he can do. So just because somebody might get crazy, you allow criminals to eat the nation? No. The solution is people should be armed, able to protect themselves. If something wrong happened, by the time the police come, there's somebody is able to protect himself. Right? Sometimes the police will not even come in half hour. You never know. Depend on how many cases they have in the moment. They are short even of people. So it's good to have you know, a way to defend yourself. And criminals always have their guns. So if only criminals have guns, you don't have a gun. So how you can fight them? Right? Yeah. Secondly, you know, if you want to protect society from crazy people, well, don't, you know, if you know somebody is sick, don't give him a gun. But there is no way to know who is crazy, who is not. Same as there is no way to know who's a criminal, who's not. So the best way is everybody to be armed. You know, like in Germany, in France, how they kill people, they go by the car. They don't have guns. Truck. They drive, kill 20, 30, 40 people. A crazy man, he can do what a crazy man will do. Yeah, the biggest crimes in England is knives and acid. You know, they throw acid at your face, and knives, they stab you. Yeah. Actually, all of Europe, they should allow people to carry guns. So in case a terrorist, he do something, there's many people to stop him. Right? Anyway, I think our topic for today is finished. And again, you know, you have to find, let us say, dots to stop with in your life. Things you should change. Habit, maybe they are disturbing you. Don't let things for tomorrow. If you have a duty to do, finish it today, so you can kill the worry from being, you know, accumulate in the top of each other. You have a bill to pay, just do it. You have something to fix, just do it. You have something to do, do it. Don't wait for tomorrow. Don't delay. Delay is one of the reasons for people to be feeling insecure and worry. And that all will lead to unhappiness. And, you know, be careful about who you choose to be friends, because those can affect your happiness too. They can lead you to bad stuff like drugs, drinking, crazy stuff. You know, maybe through our life we go through some time where we drink or we do things, but this should not stay for long. You know, bad habits should force them to go away, so we can live healthy, because living healthy is very important too. Healthy body is, you know, your body will affect your brain. As we mentioned, like even if you lack of vitamin D, you will be sick, you will be depressed. Lack of the sun, you will be depressed. So there's many things can affect your life, affect your happiness. The best way to be happy is to avoid what making you unhappy, whatever it is. As simple as that. Be faithful. That will bring comfort. Educate yourself. That will bring strength to your brain and stability. And change things which is wrong from your life. Delete it. Get rid of it. And then things will change. So I want to say thank you guys for being here. And until we see you tomorrow, or maybe the day after, but this time will be in the other account maybe. Until then, I say thank you. May the Lord bless you. And again, don't agree with me. You don't have to. I'm just sharing what I believe to be right. But I might be right. I might be wrong. And at the end of the day, things have to do with the person, individuals. It's very very, very private, very personal, which means what can be good for me, it can be not good for you. This is why we spoke today in general. Otherwise, it is you who can decide who are you, what you think, what you believe, what is right for you, what is bad for you. The same as you choose your food, the same you decide you like salty food or etc. So this is a decision have to come from inside you by thinking deeply about what is bothering your life, disturbing it, and keeping happiness away from it. Thank you. May the Lord bless you. And at the end, we finish with this little tiny music, which is very nice and comfortable. Take care and good night. And may the Lord bless you all. Bye-bye. Oh, not this one. Hold on. By mistake.